Alright, hello. Hello everybody, how's it going? Okay, so let's see who is here. I see Funzy, hello. I guess good evening for you. ODM, hello. Uter, how's it going? J Ridgy, what's up? Actual Glacier, wow, hello. Also, I think the mic might have been not sounding good, so I just fixed that. Okay, so we are okay, so it looks like ads are happening, but anyway, good to see you all. Today we're gonna be building a client board. It's a kit called the Orion 87 from a maker called KindleStar. What's this? I find MS like you really interesting, bro. I ain't gonna lie, this pasta is kind of like a personal thing to me. You get what I'm saying? It's just like a personal vibe. You feel me? What's really crazy is you wouldn't even wanted this pasta if you ain't see me post. You get what I'm saying? I don't even think you're really that into this pasta like that, TBH, bro. So go ahead, find yourself a pasta, bro. Go to the Olive Garden, bro. This is not the pasta factory. This is the internet. You get what I'm saying? Nice. That's a nice looking 65. It's called the Time 65. It's actually a proto or like a review unit from Fox Lab. Oops. It's a review unit from Fox Lab. It's like, you remember the Time 80, like the Time TKL? So they made it like a 65 now. So I think this is currently in IC, but it's supposed to go live soonish. And it has like, you can change the position of the port, so you can just like move the daughter board over to here, so you can have left or right side USB, and the rest, I mean, this is just kind of fixed, you know, like you can't really change much about it. But it's nice. It's all alu, so it's not that heavy. I think this was like 3 pounds, so that's like 1.5 kilos weight wise, so it's not very heavy. But it's nice. Has a blocker, corner blocker, right? Kind of like 910-esque. The sides are pretty clean, pretty nice. I've been enjoying it. I do think this currently has like one of those like skeleton plates, kind of like similar to the Matrix boards, which I think makes it sound a little thinner. But I think with a full plate would be pretty nice. But otherwise, other than that, though, like, or I guess you could add a little foam if you wanted. But currently, I have it without, and it's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty recent, so it's no surprise that you wouldn't know that there is a 65 in the first place. Like, yeah, it's super recent. So I'm not surprised that you wouldn't know. Yeah, the proportions are nice. The bezels, a bit thicker on the top bottom, right? Kind of with the classic style. Keyboard hobby dead. Somewhat, I don't know, it depends. I don't know. I think there's still a decent amount of activity. Like if you go to like maybe like Alex Otis' streams, maybe, or the rare time Nathan streams, there's quite a lot of people there. So yeah. All right, so let's get right to it. So we got our board here. Came in this somewhat used box. I'm just gonna open it up. It basically just says KindleStar on one side. It's a little water damaged. Maybe it was in the storage and it got a little water damage, but I don't think any of the contents are affected. So here's the board itself. Let's take that out. board, and then some sort of manual plate. Oh, it's a PC plate, not an allo plate. I need to fix that. Some kind of hardware, more hardware. Oh, there's a battery and a dongle. So I guess it's one of those USB, wireless USB-based wireless supporting ones. And then there's a hot swap PCB. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Nothing else. I like that aftermarket prices are coming down. Oh yeah, that part is nice. I think if you're a seller, it kind of sucks. Like in my case, I've kind of sucked up the fact that whatever I have is whatever I keep at this point. Like if someone wants it, they'll maybe come out and say like, hey, are you selling this? But otherwise, yeah, you know, what you buy is what you get, and you get to keep it forever. Or you just gift it, or you know, sell it for dirt cheap, things like that. When it was delivered, it was raining and they didn't put under any cover. Oh, that's terrible. Looks like it uses these like gasket socks, so I guess it's gasket mount, or rather like yeah, like gasket mount, but like on the these tabs. So kind of like maybe like these spring-ish like. Battery. All the consumers left now there are just hobbyists. Yeah, that's true. We're kind of back to pre-explosion era, but with the conveniences of an explosion in consumers, right? Like we have wide availability of parts and kits and things like that, with less of the heavy traffic of people, so to speak. So there's that. Okay, looks like we have a, oh, I see. Looks like we have a plate here, polycarb plate, kind of very bendy, flimsy. And then, I guess flimsy is not the right word. I like how it's like frosted at the top, but not at the bottom. They just did one side only for the for the blasting here. We have I think that's the antenna, so this is just for the wireless. That's cool. Okay, I guess this is just a manual for the key map. And what else? Oh, and I guess if you need anything else. Oh, I see. Basically telling you what to do. I'm gonna do the internals first, and then you know we can do the rest. But I have to lube the stabs anyway. So, all right. So let's get to the board. Okay. So let's take a look at the board. I don't plan on using wirelessly. That's fair. So there's the board. It uses the screwless type of keyboard case attachment for top and bottom piece. It has a little engraved logo accent here. This says KindleStar, just the logo of the company that made it. And then let's look at the kind of like the aesthetic of this board. So has a very like angular aesthetic for the back, pretty noticeable chamfers for the top piece, this white top piece, and then actually pretty much everywhere they're actually pretty even, all the chamfers on the edges of the board. And then on the side you have a kind of like generic, somewhat shelf like kind of cut diagonal like this, and then it goes straight here, but not all the way down to the case. You see the bump-ons there, and then the bottom just says Orion. Interestingly enough, it has bump-ons that are different direction. So these go vertically and these go horizontally because of this piece that kind of goes all the way down here. And then this white top piece actually kind of accents the front all the way down here. The foam is kind of coming out here, and that's about it. So, all right. Okay, interestingly enough, uses Torx screws. That looks like a T8 to me. pretty tightly fastened. Nice to see GMK Maestro on the board. It's a nice set, actually. I really like it. Hey, Testy, how's it going? Okay, uses differently sized screws, top and bottom, or front and back rather. Banditry, hello. Okay. So we got this white and black monochrome look. So, all right. I think that's all the screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Okay. Cool. So that's the top piece. Nothing special. Just has the little stainless steel, engraved stainless steel accent there. And just the front part and the sides protrude a little bit further down. Kind of like to cover the case. And then okay, we can take out all the foam. So we have P foam, case foam. The case foam is pretty thin. And play foam, which looks pretty standard to me. Take that out for now. And then, oh, just the filling for the battery area, but yeah, the battery can go there. And then I guess that's the daughter board here. Oh, there's all these like pieces of foam from the, I assume this is from the P foam. Little circular pieces. Okay, kind of annoying to remove these pieces because they stick from the static to my hands. All right, there, mostly gone. Okay, all right, so I'll actually take off the daughter board just so that I can take a look and also test the PCB now. Let's just do that. Anyway, how are you all doing? I suppose a lot of you guys are gonna be, or maybe some of you guys rather, are gonna be going to meetups coming this weekend. There's a Texas meetup, there's a big Texas meetup, and then there's KeyCon. You know, I'll see a few of you at KeyCon. I know I won't see some of you at KeyCon. I know a bunch of people, including some of my friends, who were planning on going and then ended up not being able to due to, you know, personal reasons, commitments. But pretty excited. That's the first big meetup I travel for in a while. Kind of excited to go to that. You'll be there? Let's go. Yeah, Bandit. I'll be at KeyCon. Okay. So, daughter board's rather simple. Nothing special there. Okay, cool. So let's put the case, top of the case back. For now, like this. Pretty simple. All these little gasket thingies over here so I don't lose them. Okay, so let's see here. All right, so I think the main things I should do here are test the PCB first. Always good to do that first. Neat, there's an MCU reset and a Bluetooth reset right at the front, and a battery power switch that you can turn on and off. So if you want to switch between battery and like battery wireless and regular, it's easy to do that. Just right under the spacebar, which is nifty. Layout wise, it's completely fixed. It's pretty much completely standard ANSI except for regular or step caps lock. So we got 625U for everything, for the spacebar, and then ANSI for the rest. Okay, and let's plug this in. I think it goes this way. I don't think it's charged, but it doesn't matter. I just plugging it in just in case it's part of the circuitry. Always check your ports. Sometimes, typically, the red is positive and black is negative, right? But that is, no convention is always standard, unfortunately, at least. So you always want to just double check that the connector is in the right orientation. Okay. Cool. So lights up. All right, there we have it. Pretty bright. What a nice silver gray. This is white and black, but yes. I don't know if this is via flashed yet. I think I might have to flash it, but it would still probably work without. So I'm just gonna, maybe I'll just go ahead and open up like switch hitter or something. What a nice silver gray. It would be a shame if someone asked for WAP. What a scam. Oh wait, isn't this? Huh. Do I need to? It's not registering. So maybe I will check my, I will check if it shows up on my device manager. What's the name of this board? Orion 87. Yeah, it shows up. It shows up in VIA. Okay. I think I might just need to switch it to whatever mode it uses. Don't turn off the battery switch in wireless mode when using battery. Keyboard went to blah blah blah. Okay, they actually have a website for this too. So battery is currently off. Okay. Also, let's see. Bammer Sun asks, "Hey, I have a question. My keyboard turns on like the RGB works, but no response from me. I cannot type, and it won't come up in my VIA app. Any idea what might be happening?" It is possible that the firmware maybe isn't just working, like your computer is not even, or is not detecting, or is like stuck. So one thing you can do is re-flash it. If you don't know how to do that, you actually can look up on YouTube like how to flash QMK VIA for beginners or something like that, or how to use VIA. And then it'll tell you to go to like the VIA website where you can find the firmware. You'll download the firmware. You'll have QMK toolbox, and then you know, you'll kind of do the rest. The music could be turned down a tad. Oh, okay, it's a little too loud. All right, turned it down a bit. So hopefully that's better. Okay, so let me see if I can. Let's see, that's FN. First of all, let's see if I can turn off this RGB. It's very bright. Oh, wait, didn't really. Yeah, so clearly mine is stuck like yours. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my tweezers, and I'm also gonna first download the firmware. Oh, that turned. Oh, it did turn off. Maybe I was imagining things. But it's still not registering. So let's I'm gonna flash this again. So let me go to their website and download their firmware. Where is their firmware is the question. Okay, let's see, where's their KindleStar.online. Okay. Oh, weird. Okay. So QMK firmware, Orion firmware. Nope, they don't have it there. Maybe they have it here. Actually, if they have it on V already, it should be approved. So let me see if it's on the Orion. McLovin. Nope. Then they probably have it in their GitHub repo. Let's see where it is. KindleStar Orion. Oh, here it is. Rev 1. Do they have a hex file here? Nah. Do I need to join their Discord or something? Does someone here know a cure for the syndrome called keyboard hoarder? I don't have a cure for you. But I suppose if you really want to go about something, then it's obviously stopping yourself from spending money on things you don't need. Right? That said, it's pretty hard to. Okay, maybe I'll have to join their Discord if that works. Get married and have children. That's a quick, a very, very, very quick way to do that. Yeah, that's the fastest way. Easy. It's just to have bigger commitments in life. It'll definitely get you there. Okay, found it. KindleStar. All right. Where can I get the file? Hex or via. Made a compatibility setting. Blah blah blah. Okay, that's not the right one. Where is there like documentation for this? Their pins? Nope. Aha. Okay, JSON file. Oh, hi. Hi, Kiwi. Kiwi's saying hello. I don't know what he's up to. He's just under the desk, but he's here. Firmware and user guide. Oh, okay, cool. I found it. All right. Let's flash this. What's up, Drua? Except you're a keyword hoarder. Smoj. Funky, hello. I did not ask for a way to get bankrupt really fast. Fair. What the hell? Okay, that's not it. That clearly isn't a user guide. Oh, okay. Hi. Force your way up. All right. Hi. Don't stab yourself with the switches here. Kiwi. It's my stream now. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Cat takeover. Yeah. Oh. Cute. Cutie. Okay. If you want to take a look at him. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Here. My cat steals switches when I build. Oh my god, really? I'm so glad he doesn't do anything bad, really. He likes to just hang out, but he doesn't really like knock anything over or like bite or, you know, chew on stuff or whatever. Yeah. He's a good boy though. He just likes to hang out. He just likes being part of it. Part of the fun. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'm okay, Kiwi. I need to like worry about this firmware thing. So give me a sec. I assume maybe it is already flashed, but I just need to get this JSON file or whatever. Okay. Because it clearly isn't in their via repo. Okay. Wow. All right. Okay, now if I plug this in, it should show up, right? Or not? Well, it detects on the computer. I just don't know why it's not if I to press a switch, it's like not working. Right? What does that light mean? Oh, I see. Is it in Bluetooth mode or something? Okay, fine. How do I switch it to USB? FN, and then USB, I guess, this one. Ah! What the? Okay. Oh, that did it. Okay, I just needed to switch it to USB mode. For some reason, it was on not on USB, basically. All right, cool. So that's working now. All right, hooray. Okay, cool. So that's all good. All right, I think I can move on. All right, it's thanks to you, Kiwi. It's because you participated in this. Oh, what the? Okay, well, Kiwi, you can hang out all you want if you would be keen on. Oh, okay. Can I just get this? Thanks. I'll unplug this just in case. Alright. Alright. Well, Kiwi's hanging out here for today's stream, so we're gonna still move on. Oh my gosh. What happens if you touch the black and red wire together? Probably not a good idea. Yeah. Okay. So is it close to feeding time or something? Oh yeah, it is. He starts early, so this would definitely be consistent behavior. This is him just getting started, for prime time here. Alright, so here's my stabs. Okay, here's my stabs. Diego, test the breathing LED and firmware via JSON Live. No, I don't have time for that. I have other things to do. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 7, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And then we got all the wires here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 4 wires, and then I think this is 625. Yeah, okay, that's 625. Great. Rule 1 violation. Okay, 205 and brush. Okay, before we do that, let's just check that the wires are nice and well fitting for the housings. A little tight. There are rules here where it says no wob on silver. I definitely don't love wob on silver. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I still don't think it's any better than wob on black, for example. Like, if there's those two choices, I don't know why you would go with wob on silver, but that's just me. And also, I feel like there are just better sets on silver that doesn't justify wob on silver, right? Don't you think? Wob gray is nice. Oh yeah, wob on other colored boards is actually kind of fun. Like sometimes like navy or like green can look pretty interesting with wob. Same with red. Depends though. Depends on your mood, but yeah, it can look nice. But yeah, I think silver with the contrast is just a little too much. Oh wow, Kiwi just straight up lied down. Oh, good thing I unplugged the board though, because otherwise he'll be pressing everything. What about DCS Alchemy on silver? DCS Alchemy is kind of like a neutral set, right? I think that would work pretty well. Don't you think? I mean, you tell me. It's a pretty neutral-ish set. Has a bright alpha section, right? Yeah, so it would look pretty good, I think. Silver is pretty versatile at the end of the day. I mean, WOB does work fine on silver, by the way. It's just not the #1 choice. So it's like, if I had WOB, why would I use it on a silver board when I can use other sets on silver, and then I can use WOB on other colors like gray or black, for instance. You're awfully close to WOB on silver with that 65 up top, but it's not. The alphas completely changed the game. The alphas are basically white. I mean, almost. It's like a creamish kind of color. WOB on silver just feels like a cop-out. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it too. It's like, it's fine. It just isn't great. That's all. What about WOB on silver with RGB mods though? That adds a little color. It helps. It helps, I think. Breaks up a little bit of the white and black or silver and black contrast there. Breaks it up a little bit. I mean, it's still, I would say, one of those choices that I think is not great, but it's good. It's all right. It's like, I feel like beige just works better anyway. So, like, if I had a choice, I would just do beige. But otherwise, there's also many other key sets that work on silver. So it's like, why force a WOB? And if you don't like other sets, then that's, well, your fault. That's just you. If you had the chance to buy $50 or $60 shipped BNIB GMK WOB, would you buy a bunch? Theoretically asking for a friend. I personally would buy, like, I think WOB is a good set to have around. I mean, not everybody has more than 1 or 2 keyboards, so otherwise I think it depends on what you're considering. Yeah, if you have a lot of boards, or if you think that you'll use WOB more than on one board, then yeah, why not buy like 2 sets? But otherwise, I mean, you don't really need more than 1 set, right? I mean, or at least unless you see yourself definitely using WOB on more than 1 board. And that's also assuming that you have more than 1 board to be used on rotation. What color board would you put Shashin on in a perfect world? Black. Why not just black? Black on a black board with stainless steel accents. Make it look like a real camera. Oh man? What? Why? Too boring for you? Boring is good though. Put it on silver, then you have a Leica keyboard, then you have a MacBook, I guess. If you... Boring is safe. Boring is safe. But hey, safe practices are good, right? I'd rather have a boring keyboard than an ugly one. Yeah, fair. Totally fair take. Wait, what did Glacier say just earlier? I know a guy with like 13 WOB sets. Is that you? I mean, I'll admit I have 3 WOB sets, like just regular GMK WOB or whatever, like originative GMK WOB. And then later I got one of the OG Cherry ones, so I guess that's 4. And then I have like WOB Red Cyrillic and I have JTK Grecian, but don't really use it much. Oh, I have JMK JIS, which is basically WOB too. And I got the WOB Zuyin. Was that like an? I think that was like an add-on kit though. So yeah, but I think I have WOB Zuyin and Nord UK kit. Oh, another keyboard streamer with Orange QC Engineer? Yeah. Inevitable. Well, especially when this guy is basically just waiting for me to be done so that he can eat. He's just waiting for his time to shine. And he's just waiting here because he knows that if he stays here, then he gets the attention. He's a good QCer though. Shan Shui goes dummy too. Oh yeah, that one's nice. That's the traditional Chinese one, right? That one's cool too with the novelties and everything. That one was pretty nicely done. I think Shan Shui was one of those sets that I thought was a really well executed form of WOB essentially. What's up, Mr. Sean? How are you? Cat on desk, indeed. Cat on desk. On the desk he is. He is OTD. OTD Kiwi. Fur helps the lube stick to the stand better. For real. For real. Get it? I think GMK Gob is pretty good. What's Gob? Oh, gray on black? I didn't get that one. But, I mean, yeah. I think those low contrast sets are pretty neat. And they're different, you know? Like, GMK Dark is basically what? Black on gray? Right? I think that's GMK Dark. I think GMK Exent, like the Exent kit or whatever was supposed to be gray on black, if I recall correctly. And I guess you have Mictlan's Noche Negra kit, which also has gray on black alphas. I think I would have bought gray on black, but I think it was running on Vala supply, and I also didn't want to participate on more GBs at the time, so I didn't. But gray and black is definitely one of those sets that maybe I was considering picking up back when it ran. Does Kiwi drool? No, he doesn't. He only does whenever there are there's treats around. But also pretty much only if it's like in front of him and he's pretty much waiting for it. But otherwise, no, he doesn't really drool. Hi, cutie. Hello, Mr. Frank. Hello. How are you doing, man? How's work? How's life? Oh, did he Kiwi win? Unfortunately, he's like a Midwesterner and not Korean. Kiwi is American. He's like from, I think he's from like Minnesota. I think that's where he was born. Oh, good. Gonna fly to Korea today. Oh shit. Damn. Korea? That sounds awesome, dude. I haven't been to Korea in so long. I'm so jealous. I hope you have a lot of fun, dude. And, you know, I'm sure you'll be entertained during the flight, but, you know, safe travels. I had, like, kunde problems for a bit, you know, like, citizenship problems for a bit. And so, for a while, I couldn't go to Korea because I need to figure that out. Because for whatever reason, the consulate had, like, issues processing my docs. And then they, like, contacted me saying, like, hey, you gotta do this. I was like, okay. And then that was, like, that took, like, a year or two almost because of the pandemic. Sucked. But it was no big deal. It was just paperwork. Basically just going, calling a few phone calls, calling a few places, and then getting documents and just putting them all together into one folder. And then, yeah. Wait, did I miss a... Oh yeah, I missed an insert here. You were un-Koreaned? Yeah. I un-Koreaned myself. Because I'm not gonna waste 21 months of my life going to the military. Plus training. It's a bit complicated, but only a headache when you don't take care of it when you turn 18. So I had taken care of it. But apparently one of the offices in Korea didn't receive the documents from the US-based consulate. And so basically they had me resubmit stuff because they had lost my documents. And I was like, okay, alright. So I have to take care of your irresponsibility. Because I had clearly submitted it because I still had like my copies. I was like, so can I submit this? And they're like, no, you gotta like redraft this document and have all these signatures or whatever. I was like, okay. And all these updated photos. I was like, okay. It's like, alright. It's okay, you're constantly in military service in the US. I guess one could think of it that way for sure. If you think about it, Kiwi is just a smaller JD. Yeah, that's the thing that people were saying when they first saw Kiwi. Your cat, Kiwi? My partner's, but I mean we live together, so yeah. Our cat, Kiwi. Our Kiwi. I don't know if they would want to drive me parents are Persian. Yeah, our. What's up with you right now? I'm doing okay though, Sean. You know, busy with stuff lately. I'm kind of like in the last leg of what I'm doing, so hopefully done soon. But that also means I'm like extra busy these days. Just a lot of tedious work. Just a lot of it. Non-stop. Until I'm done, so yeah. And then recently, yeah, I just have had lots of ongoings, like both like personal, have had a few bummer-worthy things happen, and but yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm managing. Fellow Korean military denier, yeah. Can you dodge if you're fat? What? Easy dodge, just be too old for draft. That's actually one way to dodge the draft. Yes, at least in Korea. Like, you can definitely dodge the draft by just being too old, but the fact that you dodge the draft for that long is also kind of a feat to avoid. Well, at least in Korea that would be kind of difficult, but yeah, that's one way to dodge it. That's for sure. I'm in between the start of a chapter and I'm about to end the chapter. Kind of had some bummer stuff happen with the person I was into, but life moves forward. Oh man. So Sean, that kind of stuff actually always happens during the transitions. Because the way I see, you know, especially, I mean, I'm assuming you're talking about like relationships and stuff, but at least for a lot of relationships, it's all about the right timing with the right person. And part of that also means that you also have to kind of walk a similar or a similarly desirable path of life, and for all of these different things to coincide with two people is not that easy. It's really not easy, and it always comes to a clash right at the point where you make a transition in life. So like career change, graduation, moving cities or moving towns. For some people it's moving countries entirely, which is a big deal. But yeah, that's normal, and I mean, I've certainly experienced that myself a few times. You just don't, like, you know, you just don't walk the same path anymore, so you just have to walk away. You just have to walk away from it. Have to move on. But yeah, that is indeed the way it goes. It's a bummer, obviously, but I hope you I hope you hang in there and you know, move on from it in the best way possible. It's not too sad. Excited to get started on a new page. Good. That's fun. Well, whether it's school or a job or anything else, I hope it all goes well. Wow, Kiwi really getting comfy here. Do you guys see that? Okay, Kiwi. Just wants the entire desk, yeah. Sorry to the person who will be using the board, but there is some fur. A little bit, like maybe like one on here and there. So, but maybe it'll make you type like 42 words per minute faster. So, confirmed, orange cat fur will make you type faster. I'm super allergic. Fuck! Yo, hearing that would be tragic for me, because it would be like, oh, I forgot to put this on, but I think I can just put it on top. Oh, nice, sweet. Oh, you're leaving, Kiwi? He's like, I heard this libel, this slander. So I'm getting the fuck out of here. Kiwi's like, I'm out. He's like, I'm out, bitches. You cowards. It's like, I didn't even do anything and I got all this shit for it. So he left. I'll finally have bread this summer. Oh hell yeah! First paycheck feels good, man. But don't go wasting it all. But I mean, that said, hell yeah! I actually, well, never mind. I do remember my first paycheck. It was not totally not wasted on. Not just kidding. It was not a waste. Actually, it was totally worth it. Went out with some friends to get some really nice and expensive food, and lots of drinks. And bought myself, I think it was shoes and a jacket. It was good. It was good. I don't have the worst of life on me yet. Still in college, so that's fair. In a few, like maybe in like 10-20 minutes, maybe you'll hear Kiwi actually demanding for stuff, but I don't think it's time yet. I think he knows that I'm busy, so he tends to. He's very polite and he knows when people are busy, and he kind of backs off from it, from like being too selfish about it. Sometimes he doesn't though. He is hungry, but I think he ate plenty in the morning, so he should be fine. I was gonna buy my parents something nice and buy myself a laptop. Ooh, nice. Oh, that's sweet. That's very nice of you. Also, yeah, buying something for your parents. Oh, I did do that with my first like summer paycheck. I bought my parents new phones. Back when new phones were also not as expensive as they are now. They're a lot more expensive now. But yeah, I think I bought my parents like at the time it was the first like Google phones, like the Nexus 4 was out. I think I bought my parents like Nexus 4s. Oh, bonjour, hello. Bonsoir, hello. Mr. Custom, how are you? How's your stream? What do you do today? What do you do these days? Like, what do you do on stream? I remember wanting the Nexus 5. Yeah, I'm a pretty big. Oh, I switched to iPhone pretty much for the first time second time actually, just recently. I had a trial run earlier on, but I pretty much was a Google/Android kind of guy through and through, and so I got like the different Nexus, and then got the Pixel, and then upgraded several iterations through the Pixel. I have also tried other phones, like obviously like the Galaxy S, like 7. I've also done like OnePlus, and a few others. But yeah, for a long time I was just on Android, and then most recently I only switched to iPhone because I think the changes on iOS were sufficient for me to make the switch without suffering from the switch itself, like certain features that I wanted to be there, or like certain like quality of life things. And so yeah. Also, I realized that I actually should grab these tweezers and take out some of these slots that are blocked for the LED, because I think these switches do have LED slots that would be visible, so maybe the RGB should come through. I have my Pixel 6 Pro, warm but works as a phone. Yeah, that's exactly what I needed at the time. So, talking to OGs from the French community and trash talking whatever is on Z Frontier and GH. That sounds like the hobby in a nutshell. What's the big trash talk of the week? Custom stream was about Topre. Ooh, fun. Topre is good. I like Topre. There's a lot of custom now though. I don't know all about it, but I do have like some OEM boards, and that's pretty much where I kind of stopped. Pixel line has been solid. Yeah. It was very solid up till the point where I had to switch. So sorry, not had to. I switched for 2 reasons. Number one, I had an incentive. I had an offer for me to basically switch to what I currently use, which is the iPhone 15 Pro, for basically free. Like I traded in my phone, and I pretty much switched for free. I didn't have to pay extra on top. And I was like, well, this is a good enough incentive. Second incentive was the fact that family members were already in the ecosystem. I also already had devices in the ecosystem. Like I have an iPad, I have a MacBook, right, that I use for work pretty constantly. So that was a good enough incentive too. Yeah, things like that. So for me, it was a pretty easy switch. And also when I switched, I was nervous that I would miss certain features and whatnot, but it ended up pretty much not feeling like I had to do much to really get used to it. I actually was like the most seamless switch, even better than I thought it would be. So I enjoy it now. I enjoy my phone. Is OnePlus still good? I actually don't know. So the first few gens, like there was the first gen which was pretty good, but had some like hardware concerns at first, like overheating and stuff. I heard, I think because of the battery and whatnot. But then later iterations, I think kind of fell off from the radar a little bit, and then kind of came back. And so I don't know what it is currently like. I'm a fence sitter. I use both iOS and Android. That's fair. I used to basically be iOS and Android, at least during my during the time I was using iPad a lot, but I don't have 2 phones, so yeah. There is a fun thing about a Chinese copy of Nobauer called Bald Guy HKB. That's fun. So someone's like copying it or like making like something that looks just like a Heavy Grail or something, I assume. Bald Head HKB. That's fun. Once RCS comes out, it won't really matter as much. Yeah. I need to do a Chinese meetup once just to see if they have those weird stuff. I think some of the bigger meetups will have so much variety. Like, I was looking at some of the photos from the big Shanghai Z Frontier meetup that just happened, and like, holy moly, it's humongous, the meetup. Humongous meetup. I was like, wow, that's quite a lot of people, and it just looked like kind of overpacked. Actually, the venue, there was like some kind of convention center looking place, right? And it looked like overcrowded. It looked super packed from what it seemed, and there were like reps from so many companies and makers, like obviously including some of the big ones like Dataron. Check the W key LED. Oh, you're right. W key also does not have. It's removed. Thank you. Oh, hey, the ad announcement works? Yeah, I think it was working since last stream. Pixel phones would be good if they didn't have some weird deal breaker hardware issue like every generation. I have to say, when I was on Pixel, I didn't really have it. Like, I personally didn't have many issues, but I do know there's some folks who really like to take it to the limit, right? But I mean, like, I had fine battery life and fine camera, and like I had no security concerns, etc. That's the most important key. That's fair. WASD. Gamers only. What's the status for switches? These switches? These are Boba U4Ts. Lube with TriboSys 3203. Looks big. I haven't tried meetups over 250 people yet, and I already find them too. Oh, they're too big. I mean, hundreds of people is way too big. Like, for you to go and enjoy, you will be overwhelmed. At a few hundred people meetup, it's overwhelming. Like, period. Like, it's just too much to see. Your attention's super divided. yeah, it's difficult to keep track of everything. That's just a given. It's a reality. I've been to a few hundred people meetups, and it's very, very busy. It's very chaotic. Like, yeah, there's a lot of things to see, a lot of people to meet or whatever. Put names to faces. You go around, check things out, kind of halfway through, and whatnot. And yeah, it's okay, but it definitely is a little overwhelming. Is that because you're a keyword celeb? No, I think it's the same for most people. I've asked other people, like, how do you feel about this meetup? And they're like, yeah, it was too crowded. It was too many people. So, yeah, it's not just me, I would say. Oh, this is not all the way down. I think my last pixel was it the 6? I don't remember. If I were a Mac user, I'd certainly use iOS primarily. Yeah, so I only use Windows because of what? Games, a few software, like work related and otherwise, that I need to have only on PC. So, I mean, I could always like boot camp and things like that, but it's kind of troublesome. So when I built a PC, I just built it with, you know, I did Windows. And so, like, I've considered other means. I even considered a Hackintosh at one point. But it wasn't practical at all. Like, it doesn't scale properly. Not really. Like, upgrades are difficult. Like, consider getting like, you know, like, or like, you know, things like a Mac Studio is super expensive. So overall, yeah, just stuck to PC at home. I switch for work to Mac quite often. I work on Mac a lot. I don't really work on Linux. Like, I do work with Unix-based systems remotely, but I don't really need to have a Linux machine like ready. So I don't personally do any Linux. I don't really know too much about Linux. So yeah. Yeah, my games and my software. Yeah. Pretty much the main reason to have PC, in my opinion. Like Windows, but honestly though, if it weren't for that, Mac is pretty nice to use. So I've always been like, yeah, maybe I should just switch completely to Mac, but it's a little restrictive, and I think the main real issue is how expensive it is for what it is. It's so expensive. Anyway, move to iPhone at that point because M1 MacBook Pro purchase mostly. Yeah, I also switched around the same time I was switching to M1 for my MacBook. I mean, so for my MacBook, I've only had 3 so far. Like for my personal use, I first got into a MacBook Air 2011, and then I got 4 years later, I got a MacBook Pro, one of the first few Retina versions. I think like early 2015. It was right before they switched to the chiclet and to the butterfly switches and the touch bar. It was right before that, the release of that. And then I pretty much had that for however long until the M1 MacBook Pro. So the 2015 one I used for I don't know, like 8 years, 7 years maybe, quite a long time. And I still have it. Actually, it currently is just being used for like media and stuff. I'm 43, used Mac since I was 15. The ecosystem is still great, but the company already started turning to shit consumer-wise already when Jobs was ill. Yeah, True. Yeah, that's actually true. I would say that a lot of the vision that Steve Jobs had for the company really drove it, and so like once that kind of started going down, like the consumer side of Macs was definitely seeing a bleaker, like a more bleak future, I guess. And you know, it's kind of like, it's what people currently call like the shitification of things. Like things get inflated in price, and if it's not the price, then you lose features, you lose flexibility, no modifications, like, you know, solid components, right, things like that, non-upgradable stuff, non-replaceable stuff, like can't replace RAM, can't replace like the hard drive or this solid state drive, right? Can't replace memory or storage. Like that kind of stuff is pretty infuriating. Things like on like if you talk about iPhone, it's like things like the screen or the keyboard or you know, that kind of stuff is super annoying to deal with as a consumer, and the fact that you often just have to shell out for a new device because that's pretty much how they pit you into spending more money. It fucking sucks. Can't tell me a billion company can hire good enough engineers who do not put a 3-volt pin beside a 20-volt pin 2 millimeters apart. Yeah. I mean, I guess if you think of the engineering parts, then I'm assuming, I figure there's probably technical problems here and there too, but I don't know too many details, so I'm not gonna really say anything about it. Don't know much. I mean, outside of like a few things that people tend to cite a lot, but yeah. Just calculate damage that can occur and get you to pay to repair. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like devices that are made to be basically tossed out within 2-3 years. And this was the argument a lot of people would make when people would buy Apple devices, right? Like they would be like, oh, if I buy a PC, like a laptop, like from Dell or whatever, I have to replace it after 2 years. The battery goes to shit, or like, you know, components move on and it's just too far out and I just don't want to upgrade, and it just doesn't work as it used to, and even if you format it, it's not quite enough. So yeah. The greatest pyramid scheme ever? No, well, it's not even just Apple, right? Like at this point, it's not even just Apple. Every company's like this now, especially like electronics, you know. But it sucks, but it's just the shitification cycle that we've been going through since, you know, because capitalism, and it's just what makes people money. I mean, corporations money. Okay, so that's all soldered up. I mean, not soldered up, plugged in for the PCB. So we can test the PCB here. I think it should already be in USB mode, so I think it should work even without the battery in. Yep, okay. So let's just open up our switch hitter. Okay. This is currently controlled because that's how my computer takes caps lock input. Alright, it's all good. I think Android to Apple is easier transition. Yeah, I would say so. I would say Apple devices in general, they just work out of the box, and they're pretty intuitive to use. And also, like, they have things like the Genius Bar where you can go and like learn things, but it is kind of a lot of time to do that. So, personally, I would say it was easier to show my mom like how to use an iPad over like her Android phone when she had one. Okay. go back to this. Okay, so let's put these guys on. These are the little gasket socks or whatever you want to call it. I think these just go kind of around each of these tabs. About as straightforward as it gets. Don't get me wrong, still love my iPhone mini 13. I can't deal with big phones either. Like Pro Max, the other day, like I tried it. It's just way too big. Like, what's the point of getting a phone I can't really touch the other side of the screen for? I have to hold it with 2 hands. It's bleh. The iPhone 15 Pro is just, for me, it's just like barely okay, right? Like I have it right here, and it's like this, right? So, like this is okay, just barely acceptable. It's still a little too big for my hands. It just barely works, but yeah, I really don't like very wide phones. Just very uncomfortable to use. Peak design case? Yeah, peak design case. Yep. The reason I have a peak design case is because I bike every so often. I mean, now that the weather is nice, I probably will be doing it again. In the winter, I kind of stopped because it was just a little too cold. But I also have like the bike mount and stuff, and it's pretty solid for the case. It's pretty nice and secure, so it worked nicely. I had some other accessories too that work for it, so yeah. The Peak Design products in general is great. I actually had the previous, actually had a different color. I had like a reddish case, like a kind of clay reddish kind of color case without this loop thingy. But anyway, I had the first iteration of the iPhone 15 cases, the Peak Design cases, had a action button problem since the update. And they like sent out like a kind of like a fix kit where they basically give you like a little silicone piece to insert into for the action button. But I had some other issues where like this part here would like split up, like it opened up, like the adhesive fell apart, I suppose. And they have like lifetime warranty or whatever, and so I just emailed them and they shot me a replacement. No questions asked. They just told me like, hey, just send us the serial number, show us the receipt that you bought it from us, and you're good to go. And we'll send you a replacement. Boom, done. And yes, this is not an alu plate. I forgot to update the command, so let me do that. And yeah, Peak Design stuff is no doubt expensive. So yeah. Alright. Alright, so let's now put this into the case. Okay, we got our battery first. Yes, Kiwi. Yep. Oh, it is time. It is time. You are correct. Oh, this is interesting. Where is this located? Okay. So I guess it's fine. I don't know why this adhesive is on this side, or whether it should be on the other side. Can I move it? I can't really. Let me see how it does if I put it like this. Oh, actually this part here doesn't really go down, so actually that's fine. Where's the daughter board? Daughter board, right here. Screws for the DB. The little folding tripod they make is nice. I don't think I've tried that one. I've gone to the store to try a few things, but I don't think I tried the tripod. I do have other things from them, like I have the clip for cameras. I have their I have one of their sling bags. I have their strap for the camera. I have the micro clutch or whatever, or mini clutch or whatever, the one that's for holding the camera from the side, like a little loop. Got that one too. Yeah, I have a bunch of Peak Design things, and they're pretty nice. They've all been quite nice, at least for my personal use. But yeah, I guess it's different for everyone. Actually, hold up. Let's put that case foam and see where the this connectors. All right, case foam goes kind of like that. This goes through here. Guess I can just route this here, it's fine. Flash, my keyboard works fine now. Thank you for the information and advice. No problem. I'm glad that it worked. I'm glad it was a simple fix. Firmware issues can be a pain in the butt. Worse if it's a hardware problem, but yeah. Okay. That should be all it takes. These switches gonna get in the way? Do I need to clip them at all? Looks like some of these up here might get in the way. I might just clip it slightly. Those switches there, those are the switches at the corners of these segments here. Kind of get in the way of the case. When did Boba U4T start LARPing as mod H's? I mean, these are the RGB tops, right? The clear tops. I guess you might be just used to the white ones. I think that's probably why, but the stem has been the same all along. So he probably just didn't think that if it had a clear top, it would just be the same. So are you gonna get some switches because it looks like a mod H? You wouldn't do that either. So it probably doesn't matter, right? Okay, there it is. And now just gotta close it up. Pretty simple. Get our screws here. The long ones go on top. And the shorter screws go towards the front. Okay. All right, that's the build. What keycap set shall we put on this? This is basically a white case with a black base, but it's mostly like an accent. You could say it's just white for the most part. Foundation? That's a good pick, actually. I might be. I think I'll be down for that. Foundation. Do you want the accent keys for that, or nah? Do you have any taller caps? I do have. I think I do have cat Mizu around. Someone sent me a bunch of stuff. And I have some cat Mizu if you want to look at it with cat. I've never had a cat set here, but today I do, actually. Would you guys be down for cat Mizu or GMK Foundation? Either way, either one is fine. I don't really care. Will we need to try? Okay, let's try it. Let's try it. I'll be... Is it around here? No, I'll be right back. Okay. Alright, I am back with cat Mizu. I think I have here, I think these are alphas and mons. So let's see, we got everything here. Is it just me, or is the bottom bezel smaller than the sides? I actually don't know. Maybe 1.2. No, actually the sides are just barely smaller than the bottom part here. Barely. Is it though? Hold on. I think it's just a chamfer adding to it though. So without the chamfer, that's 0.9. Yeah, it's almost the same. Almost the same. Slightly smaller on the did I say the bottom? Okay, so here are the mods. You have calipers, right? Yeah. Someone's borrowing them right now. So I don't have them right with me this moment. Okay. I said it seems slightly smaller on the sides. Yeah, so I think the chamfer is slightly bigger on the sides than on the. Yeah, that's like 0.9. No, actually, so if you exclude the chamfer, is about 0.1. About about 1 millimeter smaller at the bottom than on the sides. But if you include the chamfer is kind of like makes it look bigger, but I can't tell. It's like 1.15. And 1.2. It's like half a mil difference. Calipers, multimeter, and helping hands, 3 things I actually need but may never get. I've never really found myself needing helping hands personally. Almost always don't really use it. Multimeter, yeah, definitely having it around is super nice. I'll say that calipers, of course, I mean, invaluable, super useful all the time. Especially nice ones, just very, very useful to have around. Helping hands are a must for mouse work. Oh, okay, that's fair. Yeah, I guess if you're doing a lot of mouse work, that's probably fair, yeah. I don't really do any mouse work, so I don't really care. But I guess, yeah, for you, yeah, I guess that sounds pretty relevant. Need a good ratcheting screwdriver. Like a big one. So they're not too expensive. I mean, tools are one of those things that you buy for life, right? So just buy once and don't have to buy it again. So, I mean, how much are you gonna spend for like a decent set of tools? Maybe like $100 total? I don't know. Actually, well, for a multimeter, it's gonna cost you a bit more, I guess, and the calipers, dude, nice ones cost a decent bit. Like I have Mizu Toyo ones, and those definitely cost a decent bit more. So I guess it depends what you're getting. Sandfluke multimeter. Just buy one yourself, dude. Come on, I know you can buy it. Stop being cheap, just get it. Okay. Oh, it uses like the Apple style icons, I guess. That's control. I forget, is it Win FN? Win menu or menu FN? No, it's Win menu, I'm pretty sure. Shift keys, I assume. And that's caps lock. SA cat. This is yeah, cat Mizu. Looks pretty nice. Really, I mean, Mizu always look nice on like white keyboards, right? So and then let's see. Assume it's page up and page down here. So confusing. This looks like, wait, R1 here, page up, I think. Page down. Delete. Wait, is it like this? Actually, I don't know. Hold on. Oop. I need to check the rows again. Let me check the kitting. Hey Diego, how's the stream going? Lady Yakti, hello. How's it going? I'm doing all right. I mean, and the stream's going pretty well, I would say. Pretty chill. Let's see, mods. Which one's which? Okay, so that one's page up. That one's page down. Okay, so page. Okay, page up. Page down. That's not the right. It's not the right profile. Page down. Have you seen the cat set? Yeah, this is cat Mizu, so it is cat indeed. And these diagonal ones are so confusing. They have no markings whatsoever. So is it like this? No, this one's taller. I think it's like this. Home. Oh. And oh, this one isn't the right profile either. Oh gosh. Is this one page up? Yeah, that's page up. Okay. Page up, home end, and then there should be insert, and then delete is like this orientation. Just double check. It's like that. Okay, sweet. Okay, that's that. And, I think this one is the 625. Is that the right orientation? I think I missed. That was maybe not the right orientation for that. Bless you, Kiwi. Bless you, Kiwi. Not sure if you guys heard. He definitely sneezed just now. Adorable. Okay. So there's that. And then we can use the white accent. Goes nicely with the case. Kind of hard to. I don't know what the is this. I don't know. Let's try the regular one. I don't know if it's different. Oh gosh. There we go. Okay, sweet. The icon mods are confusing. Yeah, it's confusing a bit. Alright, so that's done. Can put some artisans on this. Maybe something white on escape. Let's go with, maybe let's go with the Pilgrim. We can go with the Jazz Skeleton on one side, and then maybe I'll do something Mizu-esque. I'll go with you know what? Maybe I'll do nice a little too right. This works. And then maybe the bongo. Call me a hater, but I'm glad flip spacebar isn't much of a thing anymore. Yeah, it kind of went out of favor, huh? Like, it used to be such a big thing. But now it kind of isn't. Right? Yeah, you're right. It definitely has changed. It definitely isn't as much of a thing now. All right, so that's that. And we can plug this in now. Okay. Okay, sweet, it's working. Do wonder if I do this on VIA, does it work? Oh yeah, it does. Okay, sweet. Actually, well, don't really need to switch anything, so. All right. The people calling it more comfortable to type on weren't typing correctly anyway. Yeah, that's the thing. They weren't. That's the problem with flip spacebar, is that if you're already doing this, like if you're putting your wrist all the way down like this, you are not typing correctly, because it's also not good for your wrist in the first place. So it's gotta, there's that. All right, let's try this out. So all right, so let's stop the music for a bit. And let's try this out. So we have currently, this is the KindleStar Orion 87 keyboard. This is currently built with Boba U4Ts with the RGB top, the polycarbonate clear top. And these have all the foams. So it has case foam, P foam, plate foam. And right now we have cat Mizu, a bit different from your usual cherry, and some artisans from a few different makers, and yeah, let's give this a shot. Pretty cool. It looks nice with cat, actually. I really dig it. Okay, here we go. Okay, there it is. It sounds pretty nice, actually. Well, it definitely sounds like a board with a decent amount of foam, but I think it sounds pretty good. I mean, I like actually how cat sounds better than SA. SA sounds a lot more like hollow. So yeah, there's that. Drew was being mean as per usual. Y'all are just bickering as usual. Alright. Here are the mods if you want to hear them. Alright, pretty nice. I mean, it certainly sounds like a decently foamed up board, but I would say it doesn't sound nearly as chock full of foam as some boards sometimes do sound. So I actually do kind of like that. The board actually feels pretty good. It actually feels really soft because of the combination of the plate and the PCB. The PCB has these flex cuts, and then the plate is a polycarbonate plate, which is pretty soft, pretty bendy. So it feels pretty soft, and it does kind of like sink in a little bit when you like press harder. But I mean, overall, like bottom out wise, like this is 68 gram, but it doesn't feel as heavy. I think the cat profile actually helps with that too. Like the keycaps kind of feel a little bit heavier than cherry, and so yeah. The crush that Diego built on stream was quite good too. Yeah, that board was actually pretty good. I did have to send it back, but yeah, that was a pretty enjoyable board actually. It's pretty good. But yeah, nowadays I think there's so many good boards. Honestly, it's just a lot now. This actually looks really nice with Cat Mizu, especially because the white case and the blue just contrast each other nicely. I actually do really like how the front part is not just all white as well. This is actually pretty neat. There's halfway split for the bottom part of the case to show through, and this front part being covered is kind of nice. So it's actually a nice looking board. We can actually take a look here at the sides here. So like it's a nice looking so the sides look like that, right? Like the top part and the bottom part sort of meet there, and then it's sort of a little bit of a shelf, right? It's a little bit of a shelf here, right? The bottom is fully here, and then the top part kind of like digs it a little bit into the bottom, right? And then there is this accent piece that's in white here at the bottom. So there it is. It's a little smudged because it's black, but wipes right off. The bottom reminds me of the Vega. Might be the font, actually. And this part that digs into it from the back is definitely like the Polaris and Vega, right? This part here, that design. Not quite the same, but definitely has a little bit of that, a little bit of spirit from that. But yeah, the back though, if you look at the back, it kind of reminds me a little bit more of a like an Iron 180 type of thing, right? The very angular back with this portion like bending all the way to the back portion. This kind of has a little bit of that like iron. Smith & Rune iron type of board vibe. But yeah, pretty neat in my opinion. Actually pretty nice. I think this board, I don't know how much it retailed for. It might have been like in the 300s, 400s maybe. I think 300 or so, but I need to check the exact listing. Yeah, but yeah, looks pretty good. IMO. Okay, maybe that's our thumbnail for tonight, but with Cat Mizu. looks pretty good. TBH. Okay, now let's go back to the overhead here. Okay. Okay, and so we're back here now. So from the top, it just looks like this. Has that accent piece, right? Cat Mizu actually looks pretty good. A little bit of kiwi fur there, but it looks nice. It looks nice. The icon mods, for example, I don't like icon mods like this because the shifts, like, they look really bare, really empty. But nonetheless, I think the big, like, you know, centered legends do look nice on spherical profile as keycaps. So yeah. This is what the kids nowadays would call thocky. So yeah, it would be thocky or creamy or whatever people call. But because yeah, good amount of foam. I actually don't think the RGB is gonna show much. Yeah, it's pretty faint. The keycaps really cover it up, and I think the foam also kind of kills a little bit of the lighting there. You can kind of see it in the back, but yeah, not very bright. So there's that. Lamp, are you the one with a bunch of JMK Wob? Yeah, Lamp has a lot of sets. Thwomp even? Yeah. Thocky, creamy, thwompy. But yes. Also, hi Lamp. How are you? Did you see the Clamp concrete mat? I think I saw like the Discord embedded picture. I didn't open the full pic, but I mean, looks fine, dude. Looks good. I don't know what else to tell you. I have 3 JMK Wobs and 1 JTK. Same. That's me. That's basically me. 3 Wobs and 1 JTK. And JTK isn't Wob, it's the Gracian set or whatever. So yeah. So I guess I just want to talk briefly about what's gonna happen now. So it's kind of a busy time for me, and also it is also a busy time in terms of keyboards coming up. So let me just tell you a little bit. So I actually have the, I haven't filled in here. So I actually have the Redemption 65%. This is from Salvin, Wilba, and Space Cables. They are running this very soon. And so I will be building a prototype, I believe, on May 1st-ish. So you'll see me build it around then, in the evening. Then we also have on the 4th of May, I will be building the Machina Cloud9. This was at the Z Frontier meetup, as well as in the, I guess, in the Sydney scene. But Machina Cloud9, that's a 60% with the HHKB layout. That's going to be built on May 4th in the evening as well. And then finally, that same week, we will also have, or that coming week, we'll have the Alchemist Keyboards Petrichor, which is running through Canon Keys. And that's going to be, I think, on like May 6th or May 7th. So 3 protos coming pretty soon that I'm going to be building. So yeah. So I'll be building those. I do also have some client builds that are coming up that I might get to do on stream. I actually am not 100% sure about if or whether or not I will be able to do on stream. But actually, if you have a strong opinion about wanting to see it on stream, you should tell me. But one of them is Topre 23U with a Norbauer datapad, or is it datapad? Yeah, datapad case. That's the numpad case for the Topre Real Force 23U. Then I also have a Line Friends TKL that I need to build for a client that I can also maybe build. I think eventually someone's also sending an IU TKL, but that's going to be later, I think in May. Loop switches and Orion should be sending the protagonists at some point later in May as well, so I should be building that later in May. So yeah, those are the main things coming up. Like there's 3 different boards, prototypes that are coming up right away. Like after KeyCon, that's gonna be Redemption from Salva and Space and Wolva, Machina Cloud9, and then the AKB Petrichor. Those 3 I'm building, and then the protagonist later in May is also gonna happen. But yeah. I thought the board sounded silty low me. What? Woke up with a sore throat. Oh no, lamp. Okay, I hope you feel better soon, dude. Ooh. Will you get a Cloud9 for yourself? It's a good question. I genuinely am tempted. I don't have a true HHKB layout board, and I've always kind of wanted one. The Cloud9 is kind of ticking in many boxes that I like. I also like the Vero, but when the Vero ran, I was not in the market to get it. Like, I didn't want to spend the money for one. Even now, I'm kind of reluctant to be buying more keyboards. I hope that building the prototype will be enough to scratch the itch. Probably will, and I probably won't resort to buying one. That said, I've looked at the IC and I've tried the Orbit right before, and the Orbit's fantastic. It was really nice. It sounded really good. It looked pretty good too. And since the Cloud9 kind of inherits a lot of that, like from the silicone tap hole mount to the aesthetic and here and that, here and there, like many different things, I do think the Cloud9 is a pretty strong contender on, like, if you want like an HKB layout board, it's a pretty good one. So yeah, but I'm kind of torn. Right now I'm a bit reluctant because I have a lot of spending to do. Wedding season's coming up, and I have a few things that I'm going to this like summer, and I have some other things going on in personal life stuff, and just trying not to spread myself too thin. But and also I have a lot of boards, and so I don't really want to purchase more boards right now. So I think that's probably the main motivator. If I had fewer boards and I just really felt tempted, I probably would pull the trigger. But right now I do have a lot of boards, and I don't really feel a need to buy more. So I'm hoping that I'll just scratch the itch with just trying the Proto. Yeah. I bought the Lily during the GB, so I'm not too sure. But the raw version of the Cloud9 looks nice. Yeah, that looks nice. I mean, raw version is kind of unique. Yeah, it's like having a raw alu board is pretty unique. That's for sure. Although I think personally I would probably go for an analyzed version. Raw version keyboards tend to be a little too shiny, a little too reflective and stuff, and I don't love that. A little kind of easy to smudge and whatnot, so there's that. Obviously, if you're planning on finishing it yourself, like doing a refinish or whatever, then by all means. And yes, I will be going to KeyCon, so I hope to, yeah, I'll have fun for that. Actually, I wanted to do a giveaway today. You heard it here first, but before I actually conclude the stream, so this cat Mizu set actually came from a community member, a long-time community member that I've known, and they actually, the account Mizu said is not the one that I'm talking about, but they sent something else, some other stuff, and they sent some stuff that they asked me to give away, and so I wanted to give away a keyboard. And for that, I probably will do marbles, but let me update my client here. So we'll wait for this client to update really quick, because otherwise it doesn't let me open it or whatever. Oh wow, it's a big update, but let it do that. But I'm gonna be giving away a, so this is something that you should all like enter only if you really mean to use it, because it actually has no value. Like you can't sell it out there really. And what it is, it's a Rect V1 1800. So I can show you. It's a Rect V1 1800 Kiwi Polaroid. I could, but I need to take a Polaroid first, like the Instax. But I don't know where he went. I think actually he went to. I don't know where he went actually. He's not here. I don't see him here. But it's a Rect V1 1800, and let me just show you what it looks like. So what I'm saying that it has no resale value, so to speak, is not just because of the market, but it also because it does have some defects. It was at some point, whether it was dropped or whatever, I don't know. But the PCB works fine, desoldered. It was desoldered. There has an FR4 plate here, which is fixed 7U layout. But it does have some damage, right? Like it has a dent here in the back and the top piece. So it's not perfect. It has some small scuffs. Kind of hard to see actually, the scuffs, not that scuffed here. Actually that's pretty much the only problem with it. Just a little dirt, like, it just needs a nice cleanup, a little bit of TLC, right? But that's actually it. Actually, it's a pretty small dent. That's about it. It's a small dent here. It's not too bad. Maybe if you had like a rubber mallet, like a mallet or something, you could probably straighten that out. You could probably figure something out with it, but I don't know. Or maybe you can sand it down. Up to you. Maybe you can refinish it. Up to you. I don't know. But it comes with the plate and the PCB. I believe it might be missing screws for the plate, but I will include some hardware. I don't think it has the O-rings. I didn't see the O-rings, like the O-rings for the burger mount, but you technically can do no burger mount. You can just do top mount. And for a burger mount, the O-rings are standard, so you should be able to find those pretty easily as well. So yeah, that's gonna be the giveaway here. Is just in this box because it just fits here, but this was the box for the tech pair. Anyhow, so you can figure out what to do with the board, of course, but ideally, if you need a board for work, an 1800 layout board or something like that, then it's a good thing to win. So let's actually run this. I was gonna get a workboard for my brother. Oh, cool. Okay, I think the ads are gonna run, so just FYI. But in the meantime, I need to open marbles on stream anyway. So my workboard is my T60. Fair. 60% are nice for work, personally, but I'm waiting for this thing to open. I don't know why it's taking so long, but it's taking forever. Why is it taking so long to launch? Okay, I don't know why it's Taking so long to launch this Marvels on stream. Some kind of like update. What's going on with this? Like, not responding. Okay. I think it has to do with the setting, so launch. Okay. Does this work? Huh. I don't know why it's... Okay, let me restart Steam. For some reason, it's like not working. The Marvels thingy. I don't know why this is open. Okay. The giveaway's through? No, not yet. I just need to restart Marvels because for some reason it wasn't opening. Okay. Oh, finally. Okay, it was probably just a bug. Whoa, is this different? Holy shit, they really changed it. Okay, Alright, there it is, Marvels. Alright. So we can just... No. We can just do a random map, I guess. There's so many community maps, so we can just do a random one, perhaps. Dizzy Adventurous Challenge. Meh. Star Galaxy. Okay, sounds good. Let's do that. Doesn't let you vote anymore? Oh, that sucks. Really? That's terrible. Alright, y'all. You can do exclamation play to join. I think it should work. Yeah, nice. We can start in 30 seconds. I'll join for fun. Actually, let's do 42. Yeah, it's fine. It'll start in 42 seconds. What the hell is this? Oh, Glacier the Boomer doesn't know Marvels on stream. It's just fun. It's just RNG, where you look at marbles go down a course, and you know, one marble wins, gets to the goal, and whichever one makes it to the goal wins. Yeah. All right, y'all. 10 seconds. Make sure to join. Not very many people here. This is a giveaway for a Wrecked 1800. If you win, I'll just ask actually that you just pay for shipping. So obviously if you win, you must want it. So just, yeah, pay for shipping is yours. And shipping's probably cheaper because I do have like commercial rates for things. So probably no more than, I don't know, 25 bucks, maybe 30 if you're out in a very far out location. If you're really, really far and really, really niche place, then, not niche, but like just far away remote place, then I don't know. We'll figure it out. And if it's not for you, then we can always pass it on to the next person. So, alright. Earl switches up here in first place. Harry Smallwood somewhere in the back there, kind of stuck, but Dr. Killswitch is actually falling right behind. We have Earl switches up here following the course onto the left lane and goes into this other course. One drunk man, Harry Smallwood and Thocktober down there in the hamster wheel. Meanwhile, Earl switches up here, kind of taking the top course. Going down. Ooh, but Jay Ritchie actually is racing down this other part of the course. Earl switches up is kind of stuck in this spiral staircase, but October, Harry Smallwood, and Jay Ritchie are quickly rolling down this other side of the course. It looks like the other part of the course here, the one with Earl switches up, was kind of a trap because Jay Ritchie is just flowing right down into the next stage. And Jay Ritchie here falling down into the main part that is probably going to determine the winner. And let's see who actually wins. Will it be Jay Ritchie or Thocktober? It is... I think that's Thocktober. I think Thocktober made it first. Thocktober. You got thocked out, Mr. Jay Ritchie. Wow. Just in this last... I don't know. Whatever you call this. Cylinder of doom. Alright, I see Harry Smallwood drew up ODM, Hit EQ, Jaishi, Big Red, Just Steven, and Bamerson making it to a finish with along with the rest of y'all. Wow, I'm like stuck all the way in the back. I'm just casually making it to last place. Just chilling. Wow, I was destroyed by Firewall of Death. Great. October. Congratulations. Okay, October. Do you claim this wrecked 1800? You have to pay for shipping, just FYI. So if you don't, it's fine. But if you're okay with paying with shipping, it's all yours. It'll come in this box. I'll pack it up nicely. I'll just make sure that you have all the hardware that you need, and it's all yours set to use. So let me know if you would like to claim it. If you're in the US, it won't be much to ship this. So thanks. Well, say in chat something like "I claim" or "Yes, I want it," and I will send you a DM via Twitch DM, and you will you'll be able to fill out a form. So yeah, I claim. All right, there we go. All right, congrats, October, on the wrecked V1 1800. I shall send you a form. I think it's this one. Yep. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I shall send you a DM through Twitch. Just please, Thocktober and IG, DM me there. Are you sure? Okay, fine. I can DM you on IG too. Thocktober. Keyboard is live and has a cone foot as a... Whoa, what the? This account is kind of based. Whoa, you guys want to check this out? Where's my browser? Look at this. Look at this. MX Black's Minicom double shot keycaps. Whoa, cherry keyboard. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Cherry 9009. Mine key. That's kind of cool. MX Yellows go hard. Okay, is that a meme? Fresh out of the box. Anyway, pretty cool. Pretty cool. A Dallas, very nice. Some Alps switches. An AK. Handerbite. No win key allowed. Wow. Elitism. And beige on a light colored case. How nice. Whoa, a Timo 50 in polycarb. Okay. Okay. More Space Invaders. Meow. With a Punhub t-shirt or sweater or something else. Very cool. Very cool. And we got the real Thok cup rubber. Okay. Well, very nice. I shall message you there in, like, I guess later. Oh, actually, I can do it now. So, hi. Are those the cat Mizu? Yes, this is cat Mizu. Rich getting richer for real? Well, I hope you have good use for the board, Thoktober. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up here, I think. But let's see if anybody is streaming right now. I see Mr. Dutch Master is doing some keyboard chores. Yuri, for the win. Our fellow streamer keyboard person who is in Spain, also doing some keyboard stuff. And I don't think I see any other keyboard folks right now, but yeah. Can we rate the homie Earl switches up? Is his first affiliate stream? Oh, I don't see them here. Let me see. They are live and they entered the giveaway. That's kind of cool. Okay, why not? Sure, why not? Earl switches up. Was first place for a while, but unfortunately didn't win. So, all right, let's wrap it up here anyway, guys. Thank you again for coming by. If I see you at KeyCon, I'll see you at KeyCon. That's this weekend. Otherwise, I'll probably see you guys on the next stream, which will be this coming week, likely for the redemption on the 1st of May in the evening, Eastern time. So I'll probably see you guys then. But otherwise, thanks again for stopping by. What color is the 1800? It's rose gold. It's rose gold. All right, y'all. I shall see you later. Miyago Raid. Happy keyboard ing. Alright, I'll catch you all at KeyCon if I see you there. But take care. Have a good rest of your evening. Bye.